You know the drill. Your executive says, let's do an offsite. And suddenly you have 12 tabs open, 3 spreadsheets going, and a bad case of decision fatigue. This is where Troop shines, helping you plan without the chaos. Whether it's an offsite, a team retreat, or a last-minute meeting, Troop lets you compare locations, budgets, and travel options to make confident decisions. Troop keeps you organized every step of the way. So no more chasing info or juggling last-minute changes across 5 different platforms. If you are ready to take control of your meetings, head to leaderassistant.com/troop. That's leaderassistant.com/troop. Hey friends, welcome to episode 338. I'm your host, Jeremy Burrows, and I'm excited to share an AI-generated interview with my AI friends from Notebook LM, a Google AI tool that I've been trying out. In episode 300, you heard a snippet from an article that I wrote that I converted to an AI-generated podcast. And in this episode, I wanted to share another one based off of a blog post I wrote called Email Management Tactic. And this AI-generated podcast interview that you're about to hear is short and sweet and just kind of highlights the tips and tricks that I share in that blog post. You can check out the show notes at leaderassistant.com/338, leaderassistant.com/338, and I hope you enjoy this AI-generated and, in my opinion, quite interesting conversation. And if you're wondering why I'm talking so quiet, it's because my boys are sleeping, so I'm going to try to not wake them up.
The Leader Assistant podcast exists to encourage and challenge assistants to become confident, game-changing leader assistants.
Ever feel like you're drowning in email? I mean, either your own inbox or even maybe you're an executive assistant and you've got your executive's inbox to deal with as well.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're diving deep into that very problem.
Sounds good.
Email management for EAs. And we're going to be drawing on some great advice from Go Burrows over at Leader Assistant Resources and his piece, Email Management Tactics for Leader Assistants.
And for everyone listening out there, this is really all about how to get back some of your time, how to reclaim some of your time, right? I mean, whether you're supporting an executive or you're managing your own crazy inbox.
Right.
This is about figuring out how to stay on top of everything without getting totally buried.
Yeah, and Go really hits the nail on the head when he talks about just how overwhelming it can be, like all the spam, all the, useless notifications. And then on top of that, you have these crucial emails that need attention right away.
Right. Absolutely. And so let's jump right in. So for all the executive assistants out there, why bother? Why invest all this time and energy in managing your executive's inbox? You're already busy enough.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it seems like just one more thing to add to the to-do list.
Right. But here's the thing. It's actually a really smart move.
Okay.
Because the benefits go way beyond just, saving the executive a few minutes here and there. For you as the assistant, being in that inbox gives you incredible insight.
Oh.
You get to see firsthand what the organization's priorities are, how decisions are being made.
Interesting.
It's like having a backstage pass to the inner workings of the company.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Gore mentions this really simple but powerful tactic, and that is checking the sent folder.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's more than just, making sure an email actually went out right.
Exactly. It's about understanding how your executive follows through.
Okay.
Are they quick to respond? What kind of language do they use with different people? Are they formal? Are they more casual? It gives you this really clear picture of their communication style.
Right.
And it also helps you anticipate things like follow-up questions.
Okay.
So you see a response went out, okay, that issue is probably being handled.
So it's almost like you're getting a crash course in, business operations and leadership just by being in that inbox.
Exactly.
And for anyone out there who's looking to learn as much as they can, as quickly as they can about their organization, this sounds like a pretty amazing tool.
It really is.
Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room here, and that is actually getting access to the executive's inbox.
Right.
Because Go acknowledges that sometimes there are company policies or security protocols that might prevent that.
Right.
And those are totally legitimate.
Right. Absolutely.
But what about when it's the executive themselves who are hesitant?
Yeah, that's a good point. And it makes sense, right? I mean, their inbox can feel very personal.
Yeah.
So Go suggests framing the conversation in a way that focuses on the benefits for them.
Oh.
Emphasize how you're going to free up their time so they can focus on the big picture stuff.
Okay.
You're going to filter out the noise, make sure they only see what absolutely needs their attention.
Right.
And that really speaks to their main concern, which is, being as productive and impactful as possible.
I like that. And you could even, suggest a trial period,
Yeah.
right? Just to kind of show them how much time it's going to save them.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've made your case, you've gained access.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
The actual tactics for effective email management.
Right.
And the first one that Go emphasizes is so crucial, and that is confidentiality.
Absolutely. This is non-negotiable.
Right.
You're being trusted with something very sensitive, and you have to maintain that trust. Go is very clear. Unless you encounter something illegal or unethical,
Right.
or something that violates company policy or could be physically harmful, everything you see in that inbox is private.
Right.
No exceptions.
No gossiping.
No. It's really the foundation of the whole system.
Right.
Without that trust, nothing else works.
Okay, so let's talk about setting up a system.
Okay.
Because you could be dealing with hundreds of emails a day.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
How do you bring order to that chaos?
So Go suggests a really practical approach.
Okay.
If you open an email and you can handle it yourself, great, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
But if it needs the executive's input, he says mark it as unread.
Okay.
So it's a visual cue for them.
Right.
Then once they've read it and ideally taken action on it, you can archive it.
Okay.
But, and this is important, he says, you have to agree on archiving protocols. Are there certain types of emails that should always be kept readily available?
Right.
You have to clarify those expectations up front.
Right.
So you don't accidentally lose important information.
I mean, imagine the executive is looking for a specific email and it's gone.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
Right.
And Go actually tells this story about an executive who had over 11,000 emails in their inbox.
Oh, my gosh.
And just the act of archiving, most of them, it made a huge difference.
Wow.
And it's important to remember archiving isn't deleting.
Right.
Those emails are still searchable if you need them.
Yeah, and I think for anyone who's feeling overwhelmed by their inbox, whether it's their own or their executives, just that idea of decluttering, it can be so powerful.
Absolutely. It's like hitting the reset button.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to another tactic that Go highlights, and that is drafting emails on behalf of the executive.
Oh, yeah. This one's huge.
This sounds like a real time saver.
Absolutely. If you understand the context of an email and what the executive wants to achieve,
Wow.
you can often draft the entire response for them to review and send. Think about routine inquiries or standard follow-ups. You can probably handle the whole thing.
Okay, but what if you don't have all the information you need to write a complete draft?
Well, even then, you can still be super helpful.
Okay.
Go suggests preparing draft emails with the recipient's address already filled in. You can write a professional intro and closing, and then leave the main message for the executive to personalize.
So you're basically doing all the prep work.
Exactly.
Right, so they don't have to spend time looking up contact details or starting from scratch.
Right, and it's all right there in their drafts folder so they don't forget about it.
It's all about anticipating needs and making the whole communication process as smooth as possible.
Exactly.
Okay, so now how do you make sure that the most important emails don't get lost in the shuffle?
Right. Well, that's where prioritization comes in.
Okay.
You need a clear system for figuring out which emails need attention first.
Right.
And Go give some great examples.
Okay.
In Gmail, you can use stars to flag urgent or high priority emails.
Right.
You can also set up automatic labeling for key contacts like board advisors or important business partners. Most email platforms let you create rules based on the sender's address or keywords in the subject line.
Right.
So think about who your executive interacts with most frequently and who needs a quick response.
So basically, the executive can just glance at their inbox and immediately see what needs their attention.
Exactly. It's about creating those visual shortcuts.
I like that.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, Go also talks about something that's really relevant today, and that's AI,
AI?
artificial intelligence, and its role in email management.
Yeah, because there's so much buzz about AI these days.
Right. And Go specifically points out the limitations of AI when it comes to the nuances of human communication.
This is interesting.
He gives this example of an AI that might understand the literal content of an email perfectly,
Okay.
but it completely misses the emotional context or the recipient's personal situation.
Right.
So it ends up sending a really tone-deaf response.
That makes sense. And it really highlights the importance of human judgment and empathy.
Right.
AI can automate some basic tasks.
Yeah, like sorting or drafting.
Right, but it can't read between the lines.
Exactly. It can't understand those subtle cues that we humans pick up on.
And this is a really important point for everyone listening, especially with all the talk about AI replacing administrative roles.
Right.
Go's perspective really emphasizes the value of human intelligence.
Absolutely.
Emotional awareness, that ability to understand context, things that AI just can't do yet.
At least not in its current form.
Right.
Go doesn't see AI fully replacing a skilled human assistant anytime soon.
Okay, so to wrap things up,
Okay.
our deep dive into Go Burrows' work shows us that effective email management is so much more than just cleaning up an inbox.
Right. It's strategic.
Right.
It's about freeing up the executive's time and attention.
Yeah.
But it's also about giving you, the assistant, these incredible learning opportunities. You get to understand the organization from the inside out.
Yeah, you get to see the executive's priorities firsthand.
Exactly. And ultimately, it helps you become an even more valuable asset to the team.
So here's a final thought for everyone to consider. We've talked about gaining access to the inbox, establishing confidentiality, setting up a system, drafting emails, prioritizing and understanding the limitations of AI.
Right. A lot of good stuff.
So what's one small change you could make today to better manage your email flow? And in doing so, maybe gain some deeper insights into the priorities of your executive or even your own priorities.
Yeah, it's worth thinking about.
It's about taking control, being proactive,
Absolutely.
and staying informed.
Yeah, great insights.
So we'll leave it there for today.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.
Thanks, everyone.
Please review on Apple Podcasts. GoBullows.com.
The ping-pong back-and-forth game of manually scheduling meetings is unnecessary and inefficient in today's automated world. It's time to embrace calendar automation for increased productivity and capacity. You Can Book Me by Capacity is my favorite automated booking solution. It's a game changer for me and my executive. You can manage scheduling for your entire executive team, send automated reminders, add buffer time between appointments, and much more. You Can Book Me integrates with your existing Microsoft and Google calendars so you can add automation without disrupting your current workflow. Go to leaderassistant.com/calendar to learn more and sign up for a free trial of this powerful scheduling automation tool. That's leaderassistant.com/calendar.